Hello everyone. Hello. We are live, I think. Maybe. I am just checking. Yay. Let's check that you can hear me okay. Can you hear me? Let me just bring my microphone a little bit closer. Just bring the microphone a little bit closer. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. Can everyone hear me okay? Give me a shout if you can't. Well, you'll have to message me if you can't. Let me just check that I can see all of your comments as well. I hope everyone is well today. I hope you're all having a lovely Friday. Um, it's almost the weekend, so it's time for some crafting. Um, and yeah, sorry, there's a bit of glare, isn't there, from these items that I've got in front of me, but this is what we're going to play with today. And when I was thinking about what I was going to do today, I really didn't have anything that I wanted to make a card specifically for. So I asked Ant to do me a random selection, just pick out a stamp set that just at random, and he picked out the Let's Chat stamp set. So and I was really pleased that he did, because I've not actually played with this one for ages. So I thought this is going to be a really cute one to play with. So and then I've been thinking then what would go with it. Obviously we have the retro foam builder die set, again one that I've not used for ages, so I am quite keen to maybe pair this up and make a really cool card with that as the main focus, and then one of our, or both of our little characters on there would be really cute. um, and then I've also pulled out some dies as well. We may not have space on the card because, as you know, I tend to go with smaller cards. So yes, these are the main products that I'm intending on using, I think. So this is the Hey, Hi and Hello um, die set, which is a really fun die set to use. And then these are my nesting dice, um, the layering dice. Hi Jess. She says it's a rare occasion that I can watch on a Friday. I have a half day off work, so I'm here. Oh, Jess, I'm so pleased. I saw your mum's message to say that the change from Thursday nights to Fridays has caused a little bit of anxiety, because you used to love your Thursday night sessions with us, and that you'd loved them during lockdown. So I am sorry that we've, that's messed up your Thursday night routine with us. Obviously you can still catch us on the replay, but I know it's not the same if you don't watch it live, is it? Because we can't chat as well. As I think I mentioned before, if you've not seen this before, if you're new to the channel, you've not watched before, we would normally do these on a Thursday evening, but I decided that January, to just mix things up a little bit, to try and get myself a little bit more of a work-life balance. It's really hard with Ant working shifts. We very rare, we tend to miss each other quite a bit. So I wanted to try and get into a bit of a better work routine, where I get my, the kind of work done during the working day, so that we do get that little bit of downtime together. So hopefully, um, that this works. But if not, then we'll change it. It's simple as that. You've got to try these things. Um, Jess says that you and your mum still craft on Thursdays together. Yes, so that's it. Still have that crafty time, and then you can maybe watch the previous week's live while you craft together. Um, that might be the way around it. So I'm just going to grab this card base, because so I've been thinking about colour scheme and what do I want to do with my colour scheme. So I pulled out some of my card scraps. So this is how I store my scraps of card. These are actually our storage pockets, clear storage pockets. They are A5 in size, so they're big enough to hold like a 6x6 stencil, but they also hold nice. They're a nice size for holding your scraps of card as well. So, and I've got a couple of different pouches that I use as well. But I do find that these hours are better because they're bigger. Hi Laura Ann, how are you? Hello to Annalisa as well. Thank you guys for joining me today. So I liked the idea of kind of a pink and an aqua and then the craft together. So as a threesome, so to speak, I thought that kind of worked. So I think I'm going to use those, and although this isn't craft, this is our Yorkshire tea coloured card stock, and I already have a card base made up with that, so I thought that might be quite nice to have. And then I'm contemplating doing shades of pink and then the aqua maybe for my phone. So maybe layering this lovely deep pink, this like bubblegum pink. I think that's what we've called it actually on the website, the bubblegum pink. And then have I got a piece of white cardstock already cut? No, I don't think I have. I may have to cut one, but just to show you the contrast, I'm thinking having that as a very small layer and then the white on top. I think that's going to look really, really nice. Jess says, we didn't know that you would jump to a different day. Even better that we can catch up with you today. Can't not craft. I agree. I'm so glad. Claire's here as well, just popping in. Come back Thursdays, like to join the chat. I know, Claire. And do you know, never say never. We probably will at some point still do a Thursday evening, you know, prior to the new releases and things. So don't despair. They're not gone forever. Like I say, it's just a case of trying to manage myself a little bit better, if possible. But you know, these things are always subject to change. So I've got a piece of our lovely cardstock here that I'm going to use over the top. So this is kind of my background that I'm building, and I suppose what I'm showing you here is my thought process of how I'm putting a card together. So I've picked kind of some of the items that I think I want to use. May not use them all, but I've got a starting point. Then I'm thinking about colour scheme, and then I'm starting with the base up. So I'm working upwards from there. And the reason why these, and I don't always do it this way, but I think sometimes if you've got a cardstock in mind and you've got your colour scheme in mind, if you've got a stamp set in mind and a colour scheme, you're part way there. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And I've got here then my my layering dies are so useful. If you don't have these in your stash, I don't know what you're doing, because you need them. You really do need them, because they're great for this kind of thing, because we're going to do some layering up here of our background. So that's where I'm going to start, and then we can build our little scene on top. So I'm going to start with the second largest die, and then I'm going to use that to cut out this lovely bubblegum pink. Love this colour of pink on cardstock. And then I'm also going to, I'll probably just trim this down a little actually. So we'll just trim that down because then it'll be easier to fit in my die cutting machine, because what I'm probably going to do is die cut. Will that fit that way? Yes. Die cut my white piece as well, and then see if I can pop them through the machine at the same time. We'll see, because of my die cutting machine, you know, does have hot spots, but we'll give it a try. Now this is our really high quality cardstock. I can ink blend on it, but I can also stamp on it, so I'm going to keep hold of this piece and I'm going to stamp my images onto that piece as well. Just catching up on some comments. Alison J. Green, hello, how are you? And Jess says, I hope you and Ant and the cats are keeping well. We are. Arnie, who is the little boy cat. So we've got brother and sister, Maine Coons. The Maine Coon cross with, oh, I just heard one of them meowing. They are very, very cute. And I think I've somehow managed to cut onto my my what do you call that? Just a sandwich plate. So I don't know how I've done that. So if we just put this through the machine, sorry. It will be a bit noisy for a second. Alison says that she uses the layering dies all the time. Definitely need them in your stash. You absolutely do. And Jess is crafting along as always. Hello, Lucy R. How are you? As I was saying, our little boy is not a little boy anymore. He weighs 10 pounds and he's only 8 months old. So he's still technically speaking a kitten, but he's bigger than a lot of full adult cats. So he's a big lad, and he's so loving, and he's absolutely happy as anything. But he's not very well, in that he's going to the toilet, shall we say, fairly regularly, and yeah, we've tried everything. He's been to the vets. He's had antibiotics. They've not done anything. He's been to oh, actually we need to pick up some medicine for him. Oh, hello. I can hear a little cat trilling and meowing out here. There we go. What's up? Hello. One moment. I can hear a cat making noises. What's up? Does anybody else talk to their cats like they're human beings and they can answer me? Because we definitely do. So I don't know if it's picking up how gorgeous these colours are on camera there, but they go so beautifully together. I absolutely love them. So that's my background, and then let's do a little bit of testing. So yeah, he's had a poo sample done. That's not shown any problems. So he's now got to go. It's got to the point now where he's got to go for a blood test, but they want to take that much blood from him apparently that they're going to admit him and keep him in all day. So that's for next week, and I'm really not happy about it. But I don't want him to go because he's still only a baby, and yeah, I'm not happy about it, to be honest with you. So this is our little phone set, which is adorable. So this is how it sits together, if you can see. So you've got the centerpiece, you've got the little the little finger dial. Jess says she always talks to her pets. They're often the best company. They absolutely are. I mean, they normally are here with me, keeping me company, which I absolutely love. So we've got our little setup here, which I think is just adorable, and it's going to look so cool. And I'm wondering, can I manage to get one of our little critters on here as well? Or do we keep it clean and simple with just the phone? So we've got, I love the little bunny. The little bunny is so adorable. And I'm thinking that maybe the little bunny sat here would look so cute. And we could either, I mean, if I drop this down a little bit, we could, so we've got the sentiments in here. The sentiments in here are fabulous, but we could also leave that as it is. Actually, this could be a super quick and easy card. I might do a couple here because this is going to be so cute. So we've got, obviously we've got that in the background. We could use our dies here then as well. So we've got the hay, which would again would be really cute. What shall we do? Hay at the top there. And then the sentiments that we've got in here, like I say, are really cute. So we've got thanks for listening, let's chat, I miss you, and then we've got just call to say I love you. You can add the let's chat, I miss you, thank you, hello, I'm only a phone call away, and I think that I'm only a phone call away would be great, or thanks for listening. Let's chat. I don't know whether this one might be a bit long. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it, along the bottom there. So this I think is going to make a really cute card without the images, but we can also make one with the images, a slightly different version. So Annalisa's saying that they might be testing him for diabetes. I always talk to my cats. I also talk to squirrels. Listen, I talk to any cat, any animal that is in the vicinity. So yeah, I'm totally with you there, Annalisa. I would be talking to all of the animals. Now, in the background here, I would really like to add a little bit of pattern, but only something quite subtle. So we've cut a piece of white cardstock here, but what we could do and could have done, and I thought about it, but I'm thinking about it now, and this is where, you know, these things change up, don't they? So we have actually got our Porcelain Rainbow paper pad here. So there's a couple of options. I could ink blend a background, which I am actually very tempted to do. But we've also got these hearts, very small little rainbow hearts in this paper pad. So let me just grab some of these, because these would, if I get them the right way around, they would look so pretty. Oh, I like that. And I think then what we might do is go for more of a blue tone for my phone. It's sticking together here. So again, I've got, just to show you, I've got one of our clear storage pockets here, because they're perfect for storing your patterned paper, and then you can store all of your scraps in there as well, so you're not losing any bits, because obviously once you've opened into them they all start to fall apart and get lost, don't they? So bear with me, I'm going to grab some blue cardstock now. Now my blue cardstock has got a lot of different shades of blue, which may not be what I'm looking for, so I might ink blend my own blue, but this might be a starting point. So you can see I've got lots of the navy blue in here, which I think is changing up some of the colour there, but I do have some of this blue, which is a nice bright blue, and that definitely goes, doesn't it? But I want a paler blue, and the other blue that I've got is just a bit more of a grey blue. It's not quite the bright blue that I need it to be, so I think we may go with ink blending myself some of that. So yeah, it's starting to come together now. I think I know what I'm going to be doing, more or less. So my next stage really is to start working out how we're going to build this And I need to cut this down as well. So I'm going to save that for card number 2. And I'm going to go back to those lovely layering dies, and it was the 3rd one in that we used. We'll line this up. This is going to be such a lovely, bright, cheerful card. I'm excited for it, and I'm going to just line that up a little bit differently. There we go. Just so we've got as much of that patterning as possible on both sides. That's better. Let's put this through. And I think this is watching me do this, I think it's such a great, I don't know, it just shows that you don't have to stick to your original plan. If you don't, if something else comes up that you think, oh, that's going to look better, don't stick with something if you think something else is going to work better. Just move on. Just move on, because you can always use the bits that you've already cut for something else. Nothing goes to waste in our craft rooms, does it? Alisa says that paper pad is so gorgeous. Love the rainbow colours. It's been our most popular to date in terms of paper pads. It really has, and I must admit I absolutely love it. I'm still a sucker for a rainbow. I think I saw somebody saying that people were getting a bit fed up with rainbows, but I can't see it. Emma says my dog Pip was in the vets last week because she ate 3 mince pies which are toxic. Oh no! After 48 hours under drip and made to be sick, she was okay, but such a worry at the time. Oh my goodness, poor little Pip. Oh, I'm sending lots of love to Pip. Naughty little Pip though, eating the mince pies. They do get into everything, don't they? They are. So you just have to watch them constantly, don't you? But oh, poor little Pip. So I'm going to do some ink blending to get that other colour of blue that I want now, because I'm not happy with the colour of blue cardstock. So as you've probably heard me say about a million times, that when you've got your brushes and you've got some inks, you can make your own cardstock, no problem. You just need to have the inks to do it. So now I just need to think, what colour ink do I want? Because we want it to be nice and bright, and I do think the Salty Ocean is going to be lovely, and probably we'll do a bit of tumbled glass as well for a paler colour of blue. Jess says, what's the hardest part of doing a live session? Well, I would say probably the hardest part is just getting started sometimes. It is, a lot of the time, it is just getting your equipment set up and making sure that it's all working. For me, that is the hardest bit, is getting some of my bits and bobs to work as I want them to, because they don't always cooperate, which is very annoying. So yeah, that I would say is probably the hardest bit. Now then, let me think. Just give me a moment to have a think. Do I want to do darker blue accessories, paler blue actual? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go with the tumbled glass and see if that ends up dark enough for us. And I was just checking that my paper was the right size there, for me to be able to do what I need to do. So I'm going to use my blue brush, and I'm using some of the tumbled glass, and we'll see what colour this turns out. I mean, for me, you start with your lighter colour first. If you need to darken it up, the option's there, isn't it? If you start with your darkest colour, you haven't always got the option to darken it up, unless you go even darker. So that's why I like to start with the lightest one first. but I'm going to really layer the colour on because I want it to look like it's coloured cardstock, basically. Very good question. Yes, Annalisa, it is a really good question that Jess asks. I mean, there's lots to it. I mean, there is obviously thinking about, you know, have you got everything that you need around you? There's lots of moving parts, really, lots of things to think about. So once you've got everything set up and you kind of know what you're doing, then it's fine. But I always get the panic beforehand that, oh, is it actually gonna work? Because you know, a lot of times, as you know, the systems sometimes fail us. So I think that is pretty cute colour. Let me just, should we check it against our background and see what we think? I think that's going to stand out really nice. So that's great. I just want then, for the accent colours, let's see if we've got some more scraps of white cardstock. Again, another one of our storage pockets. Lots of lovely scraps of white cardstock that are perfect for this task, because I'm going to do, in the die set you also get the little tips of the where's that gone? Oh, it's in my hand, the receiver. So these go on the end so that you can have a little bit of contrast and dimension for your receiver. So I'm going to colour those in blue as well, and then this bit I'm also going to do in the darker blue for a bit of contrast. I was thinking about maybe doing it in pink, but I can cut it out in both and then we'll see which one we prefer. So again, it's all about, you know, just testing things and seeing which you prefer. And Annalisa says, do you still get nervous, or because you've been doing them so long that's gone? I don't get nervous doing these because you're all friends. You know, you've seen me make mistakes. You've seen, you know, things go wrong. You've seen the fact that sometimes, you know, the technology doesn't work, and you're all very kind and forgiving people. So, and I know you understand that that's not my fault. It is, you know, one of those things. And if I mess up on a card, I think, yeah, I don't like, nobody likes messing up on a card, and nobody likes messing up on a card, you know, when you're live in front of other people. But I'd rather do that here with friends and people who I know support me and love Time for Tea, and, you know, our regular viewers here, then do it. It's a lot harder doing it, I think, on TV, where I do still get nervous. So I don't really get nervous doing this, because this for me, and I've said this before in like the when we do the Thursday sessions, this is my time to craft. I very rarely get time to craft and be under no real pressure to do something. Sometimes if I'm crafting, it might be because I'm doing it for a particular reason. So I'm doing it for a new release, or for a show, or for a magazine, or so there's pressure to do it at a certain time and in a certain way, which can be really hard to do. So so yeah, so I think I'm going to do a bit more blue, just because I thought I might use that for the back of the hay if we decide to do it, or I might just do the hay in blue. So we've got a couple of options there. I'm not really sure which I'm going to do yet. So let's just do a bit more blue. So yeah, so a really good question, Jess. Are you thinking about doing some live crafting yourself? I would definitely suggest doing it, because what I have found in doing it, although I say there's no pressure, and I really don't think there is anymore. I used to feel it, but it's because I like to take my time when I'm crafting, and I like to consider what I'm doing, which is a great thing to do. And when you're crafting at home on your own and nobody's watching you, you can do that. I suppose you can take a bit more time. It doesn't matter if it takes you 3 hours to make a card. When you're doing it live, you're probably wanting to do it a bit quicker because people probably can't watch you for that amount of time. So then that does put you under a little bit of pressure to come up with something. And a lot of people like to prep first, do a lot of preparation first, so that they know they're going to be able to get it done in that space of time. But the difficulty that I have, and which you guys might have as well, is I don't have the time for the prep because I'm literally going from one job to the next. And this is why this crafty time is so special, because if I didn't have it, I wouldn't get time to craft. So if I haven't got time to craft, I haven't got time to prep. It's just, I suppose it just follows, doesn't it? Um, so yeah, so I've learned over the course of doing this for the last however many years now I've been doing it, to just wing it and be a bit more comfortable with winging it, because takes you out of your comfort zone, most definitely. But I do think it then makes it easier. um, you are able to work that little bit faster, um, and just go with it. Don't worry that so much, I suppose, about it being 100% perfect first time, or don't worry about making mistakes. And if you don't like something, you can still change it up, even if you are working to a deadline. um, and I suppose that's just what doing the lives has really helped me with. So if you're thinking about doing it, I would definitely recommend it, because it does help you, I think, as a crafter, think a little bit differently and be less, perhaps a little bit less hard on yourself than you would normally be. At least it has me anyway, because I've just had, you have to do. When I go on live TV, I have to do a lot of prep because you don't have that time. But what that's done over the time that I've been doing it has helped me understand what prep I need to do. So it all helps. So let's do one of these in blue as well. So these are like the little tab die that goes across your dial. So I'm just going to snip that down as well. What you find when you're trying to stick your dies to your distress ink, especially when it's still wet, can be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to I said I was going to do these as well, didn't I? Have I got enough? Oh no, didn't quite have enough. Never mind, we'll just cut this out first, the background first, because I might do that in a different colour. Oh, okay, I'm giving myself a thought. I mean, that is craft. My background's not craft, but I'm wondering whether... No, it's too close. Too close. Let's do it in the blue. Just in the blue. Okay. Talking to myself now, which isn't helpful for you guys, is it? Jess says, I've been crafting for over 24 years, a graphic designer, and got a bit of a tech background, but I want to aim towards the craft industry still. You've got so many talents, Jess, and I do think that it's something that you go back to, isn't it? When you love it. Obviously, I'd worked in a number of different jobs over the years. I'd worked in finance, actually, and management and sales for a very long time before I did this full time. But it was something that art and crafting is something that I always return back to. One second, I'll just pop this through. I think if it's something that you love, oh, it's got stuck to plate there. Then you know you will keep going back to it. So it's just finding out where your niche is really. What part of the craft industry do you really want to be in? What really interests you? Do you want to be a demonstrator? Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to, do you want to make the stuff, or do you want to play with the stuff? you know, there are lots of companies like Crafters Companion and Tattered Lace that employ graphic designers to create their products for them. I don't know how often they recruit, but definitely getting in touch with those organisations about any vacancies that they have in their art departments would be great for you. Because you've got that skill. I don't. I'm not a graphic designer. So those didn't quite go through. Yeah, those ones didn't, but those two did. So I am just going to snip those out. Hello, we've been talking about you two. Did you just get your foot caught there? So I'm just going to snip that out because it's literally just caught a little bit of just a little fibre of paper still attached there. So just going to snip that away rather than put it through the machine again. And just trim those fibres off. We don't need your help. We love you very much, but we really don't need any help. Thank you though. Thank you so much. So I'm self-taught in the graphic design, if you can call it that, area. And like I say, have no real skill at all in that respect, but I love to draw characters. That's the bit that I am good at, or I hope I'm good at, otherwise I'm definitely in the wrong job. And I love making the cards, so that's why I decided to go for this. I used to make the cards and sell the cards. Didn't really make a great go of that because it is hard to sell your cards. I admit it's something that didn't really work for me because cards are hard to make. They take a long time and people don't want to pay for them. So, and if you think about how many you've got to actually make to make any money, well, there aren't enough hours in the day, are there? So I soon realised that the way forward wasn't making the cards, but was making the bits that you need to make the cards for other people who want to make cards as a hobby, which is really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make the cards to sell them because that made it into something stressful. I wanted to just make the cards because I love making the cards. So if you can see what I'm doing here while I'm just jabbering away about stuff, I'm just cutting a bit of white cardstock. I'm going to cut another one of these circles out of here, and I've also taken my blue circle and I've used that strange little chain of dots. I'm going to cut that out of the center of that, so you'll see what I mean once I've cut it all out. I hope that was helpful and that made a little bit of sense to you there, Jess. I think it's just finding what it is that you enjoy doing and what your skill set is, because running your own business isn't for everyone. If you've been used to a regular wage and having holiday pay and holidays and just holidays and you've been used to having a pension maybe, and the perks that come with employment, moving to running your own business, and you know, sometimes not knowing where that next wage is coming from is tough. And if you're going from a standing start, that is also tough. Um, but it's achievable. It's out there. You know, people still love crafting, as you guys all do. We all love it. We couldn't survive without being able to craft, could we? Because it's for our mental health. It's what keeps us going. Um, so I think it's an important industry from that point of view. But if you're in it as a business, you need to make money at it. So it's finding what it is that you really want out of it, I guess, and what your true skills are and what you really love to do. Because you could also become a professional design team member. So a lot of people are quite big on YouTube. They make money on YouTube with their videos, and they then you know, make money as an ambassador. That's the word I was looking for. For different companies. So I've got my phone here, and you can see, look now, how this is building together with the tips of the receiver will be in the darker blue, which is very, very cute. That I feel needs to be in a different colour because the blue's not going to stand out. So that we will change. That we could do in the pink, maybe. That would be quite cute. Hello, cat. Have a cat friend. This is Maisie with a big fluffy tail. Can I pop you just next to me there, little one? There we go. I feel like she may return. So this is what we've got so far. This is my cute little phone. Oh, so adorable. Love that, love that. And we can have the phone just tipping off. Now also in here we do have a little cord that we can cut out, and I'm thinking the cord would be great either in the pink, but also maybe in this tea colour. That could be quite cute, couldn't it? And then obviously I've got the hay here. Oh, hay. Do we have that layered in pink or in white? So many decisions. I want to make sure that we've got enough kind of colour on the front. So yeah, I might do the cord in pink and then the little tab in pink. Okay. So we've got the cord in pink, and we've got the little tab here in pink. And there is another little tab die so that you can layer those up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the one, I think. And then I need my sentiment, the hay, here. Now, what colour shall I do that? I'm going to be tempted to do that in pink as well. So let's pop it on there and see what happens, isn't it? Again, it's just cardstock. We can, oh, I think I've put that a little bit high up, so I don't think it's going to quite cut. There we go. Hi Kitty. She's now poking around on the opposite desk. So I've got another desk next to me, which is where I actually do my it's like my office desk. So there's lots of wires around there, as you can imagine. There's paper. She likes to tear at paper. There are pens. She likes to poke at the pens. So she's now gone behind my PC. So if this live disconnects, it's probably Maisie's fault, isn't it? I've had to I've had to remove the actual keyboard out of the way because I was recording something earlier. Oh my god, that's cute. I was recording something earlier and she actually switched it off partway through me recording, so thankfully I noticed before we'd missed too much. But yes, she is very helpful like that. So I'm just gonna, I mean, that is the tiniest bit of cardstock, but I'm not throwing it away. I am keeping it. I am a hoarder. I don't know if that is just a thing that is, you know, just what crafters in general are guilty of, but I am a hoarder 100%. So this is coming together really, really cute, and I absolutely love it. So I've got my little bit of thing there for my oh dear, I can't speak, for my phone, and then these are this is the sentiment in pink, and I think this is going to look really cute. Really, really cute. So I was tempted to do it in white, which would be kind of the safe option, but I really think that the pink and the blue just looks so fun. And I don't know whether I'm tempted to go with a yellow accent, because we've got some yellow in the back there in those hearts. I don't know whether that would look really cute as well. Just to add a little bit more. I mean, I'm loving the colour scheme. It's very kind of 80s, isn't it? I think. Oh, what's happened here? Are we still live? Yes, we are. Oh, I don't know. I must have hit something. So yeah, I think Alison says, I keep all the scraps. Card and paper is too precious. It absolutely is, isn't it? It really, really is. So I think this is starting to look really cool 80s vibes I'm getting from it. I do want a sentiment along the bottom. So again, it's what do I do my sentiment on? Now I've got my my sentiment that I'm going to use here, which is the I'm only a phone call away. So we've got, hey, I'm only a phone call away. So, and I'm thinking I'm going to heat emboss this onto something, and I think it's going to have to be blue, isn't it? Heat embossing onto the cardstock that we've so the other option would be to do a little bit of a border. No, I'm going to heat emboss white onto this blue. I think that's going to look really cool. So, sorry cat, did you just see the cat just idly just troll past? Don't mind us. What are you doing? Are you going to come back and just disturb everything? I love this colour scheme. I'm so into it. So she's now sat, you can probably see fluffy tail just there. Yeah. No. So she's poking in all of my scraps now. That tail is ridiculous, isn't it? But she wants to play with my scraps. I can play with that bit. Shall we throw it on the floor for you so that you can go and play down there? So naughty, aren't you? What's this? I'm trying to do some crafting here. Come down there. There you go. It's down there. Look. You don't want it now. It's down there. What's this one? Whoa. Go on, play with those ones on the floor. Goodness me, cats. These cats drive me crazy. Right, so we've now got a bit of blue cardstock, which is pretty much the same colour. This is our Bluebird cardstock, and I've got this anti-static powder brush. This is an XOXO one. I don't think this is the best, I'm not going to lie, but it does a job, shall we say, and it also doesn't, I mean, look at that, it doesn't, you don't have the powder that goes everywhere, which you sometimes get when you use the bags, the anti-static bags. So this just helps me manage it that little bit more. So I'm just going to add some, it's going to be upside down, never mind, it doesn't matter, does it? But just going to stamp that on there. One of the great things about the VersaFine or the embossing ink is that you can see, if you use the clear acrylic blocks, you can see the ink touching the paper, so you can see that you've actually got a good impression or not, which you can't usually see with black, I don't think anyway, but maybe that's just me. So tipping that on there, tapping that off, that's actually done a really good job. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that. I think that looks great. So there might be one or two when I two little bits, stray bits, once I've dried that off, but at the moment it's looking good. Don't you dare stand on any of this, you little monkey. So naughty. What are you doing now? You've got your claws trapped. Oh, heavens above. These things are not for you. No. Right, come out of the way. Move your bum. Oh dear, this cat. She's going to have it all off, isn't she? Right. Let's get this heat set before she puts a tail in it. Floofy, she's definitely floofy. See if she likes this sound. I bet she doesn't. Oh, she's not bothered. Not in the slightest bit bothered. Okay. There we go. What did you think to that? She's not even bothered, are you? Cute. Very, very cute. Okay. I'll just let that cool a little bit, and then we're going to rub it off. There. What are you doing? What are you doing? So we've now got the I'm only a phone call away. Let me have a look at what did I do with those banner dies. Been using them earlier. There they are. I don't know if this one's quite long enough. No, what a shame, what a shame. So these are our fishtail banner dies. That one is just, ooh, not quite long enough. I've got an old one here from a previous set. Again, oh, not quite long enough. But I do seem to remember the lovely Annalisa telling me that the simple slimline nesting dies, the centre die in there, the smallest die in there, is perfect for our sentiments. So let me grab that, because I do remember being given that top tip. Where is my die? I feel like I must have had it for something. It's not where it should be. Oh no. Did I take it with me to hobby making? Yes, I did. There it is. Here we go. Oh, hello, Maisie. Say hello. Oh, got to go, Claire. Thank you for watching, even though it's a Friday. We'll see you soon. So, this is the smallest die in that slimline set, as you can see. So I'm going to add that, I'm going to use that to cut this out because this is absolutely perfect. Pardon the pun, Maisie, pardon the pun. Got some fluff there on my, just make sure that's nice and straight. Add a bit of washi tape to both ends there so that it doesn't move. I feel like that side's moved already. Oh, I'm going to sit there and watch. Okay, that's very cute. You help him. He's so helpful, aren't you? I hope you don't mind the cat getting involved. I don't think we've got much choice, really. So, yeah, she's very intrigued, aren't you? I think if you were a human, you'd definitely be a card maker, wouldn't you? Let me put that in the other way. I've just got a feeling you're going to grab it when it comes out the other end. Well, there you go. That's scary. Oh, cute. Very, very cute. Okay. So, I'll show this to Maisie, see what she thinks. Don't start picking at that. What's this? What's this one? What's this one? So, you can see that that's cut that out absolutely perfectly. I might just trim off this edge very slightly. There we go, so that it's the same either side. Oh, sorry, baby. There we go. What we could have done is have it going all the way across, which also would have looked quite cute, I think. But let's start putting this together because I think this is going to look really, really cute. So, which one do I pop up? Do I pop up the back? Or do I pop up the paper? I think, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, okay, she says. Right, let's put that there. Put that there. So there are all the bits that need assembling. I'm going to use my glue and pop this onto the cardstock. This is a really different card for me because it's not got a critter on, but I do love it. And it's actually come together very, very quickly, hasn't it, for us. So let's grab some of that lovely, oh, come on, where's it got tangled? Oh, they both got tangled together somehow. There we go. Let's pop some of this on the back. So what's everybody up to then this weekend? Any crafty plans that we've got? I've got lots to do this weekend because for those of you that are still around, we do have a bit of a special week coming up next week. We're going to make it our Valentine's week, so we're going to have a little bit of just special events during the week that are going to be Valentine's related, just to give you a bit of inspiration ahead of Valentine's itself. And it's not all just about sending cards to you know, your other half. It could be just sending some love to a galentine, to a friend. You know, I think Valentine's is no longer the property of just those in a relationship, is it? You know, we're in relationships with each other, so whether we be girlfriends, crafty friends, whatever. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to bring you a little bit of inspiration next week. So loads of inspiration from the design team, loads of different things going on during the week. Ending in and Jess, I don't know if you're still there. I know your mom's had to go, but there will be a class come the end of the week, a live crafting class that you will be able to book into. You will have to buy a ticket for it. It will be an exclusive group, and we will be crafting 3 cards as part of the class. They will be, like I said, they will be Valentine's related ish. Again, you could use them for all occasions really. They don't have to be Valentine's, but they will be you know, it will be around the Valentine's theme for the week. There will be some free classes as well that you can sign up to. There's going to be lots going on. So I really hope that you can join us for it. If you're not already signed up to our newsletter, please do sign up, because you'll get all the details first there. And then obviously you will find some information on social media during the week as well. So yeah, lots going on. So I'm just going to layer up my phone now, so that we can get popping this together, because I want to add a bit of dimension to my phone as well. So yeah, so do look. I know a lot of you have been interested in classes. The class itself, if you can't do it at the date and time that the class is actually running, you can you know, watch it at any time you want. It just, obviously the live portion of it you will miss if you don't attend the live session. But it's one of those where it's always going to be available to you even after the live event. So again, if you want to go back and watch it, you absolutely can. So lots of things going on. Like I say, the design team are doing some amazing projects and inspiration for us throughout the week, and I'm really looking forward to it. I am. It's a while since we've done something like this, and I really wanted to kick off with some classes as well, because I know that's something that everybody's been looking for and been asking about. So I think I'm going to pop this up on some, no, I'm going to lay that one flat, but then my phone can be popped up, can't it? I tend to like to do alternate, if that makes sense. So I like one bit popped up, one bit flat, and then the next layer to be popped up, if that makes sense. So just move that over a little bit so it's a bit more central. And then, oh, got an itchy eyeball. Now then, do I pop these up? I think I'm going to pop these up, you know. I think that'd just be quite cute. Don't know why I'm using my most giant scissors to cut down my my phone tape, but hey ho. As long as I don't chop a finger off, we're all right. So pop that one there. Yeah, I think that's just a bit more, you know, it's quite fun just to pop up these end bits, isn't it? Sticking to my nails. Okay. And then just pop that one there. Yes, that's looking really cute. Oh, I think that's so cute. And then obviously we're going to have this tucked in to there. So let's just line these up where we want them to be, because I need to get this sentiment along the bottom. Now, do I want that to be blue or do I want it to be pink? Oh, what do we think? Oh, sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that properly. Do we want it blue or do we do pink? Oh, I'm tempted to do pink there as a. Should we test it? I'm going to test it. So I'm doing all the testing for you guys, so you don't have to do it easy. But it's so easy to do, so it doesn't really matter. But I need some of this gorgeous pink again. Oh, I love this pink. This pink is so cute. So I'm going to take some of my pink. I've still got my stamp here on my block. Where will the class be? On here or on Facebook, says Stacey. So Stacey, it will be a Facebook thing for this particular class, although I am thinking future classes I am going to try and do here on YouTube. The free classes will be on YouTube, I think. She says, yeah, the free classes will be pre-recorded and will be on YouTube, of which you'll get a link for. But the classes on the live class, I will do it on Facebook, because at the moment I don't know how to do it on YouTube. So that's I need to do a little bit more investigation, and then we may do them on YouTube in the future. Stacey Ann says, where can we find the information for the classes, please? Is there a Facebook page that I can sign up to? So there's no information on the class just yet, Stacey. It will be going up this weekend though, and you'll be able to book onto the class this weekend. So like I say, if you could sign up to the newsletter, so if you go to our website, timeforteadesigns.co.uk, go to the website there. Sorry, I'm just gonna do a quick drop on there because I felt like it might be a little wonky. Go to the website and you will get a little pop-up that will say sign up to our newsletter, please. Sign up to the newsletter with your email address. You can unsubscribe at any time, so don't feel like but I really don't think I bombard anybody with messages. It is only when there's something important to tell you that I will message you. But you can unsubscribe at any time if you wanted to. But if you want to find out as soon as the classes go live and get booked onto them, then that is the best way to find out. You'll have all the links that you need, all the info that you need, and it'll be so cool. So just trying this one more time. Again, there's nothing wasted, because if you decide, oh, do you know what, I don't like the pink one, I really want to stick with the blue one, then I'll just save it for a different project. Vice versa, if I think, oh, do you know what, I'm going to go with the pink and not the blue, I'll save the blue for another project. So, I mean, one of the things that we are going to be doing is a lot more pre-recorded classes as well, that will be to encourage you to shop your stash. So using some older stamp sets, older die sets, and showing you different ways to use them with some of the newer sets or newer dies, just to really refresh them so that you are getting the most out of your Time for Tea goodies, which I think is going to be a really fun project to do. So we're back to heat embossing. There we go. I feel like this one, there's a bit more. You can see some of the powder on this one. It's not, the anti-static hasn't worked as well on the pink. Interesting. Not sure why that would be, but not to worry. So we'll just let that dry a little bit. So Jane says, I have some cool Valentine's cards I've made with time for tea goodies for the people. Blah, blah. Start again. For the other people you love in your life, including your girlfriends and fur babies, I'll be sure to share. I love that idea, fur babies. Okay, so let's have a look. Sending a Valentine to your fur babies. I love that idea. That is so cute. Right, I'm going to cut it the same size. I'm not going to do it all the way across, I don't think. Because I think the size of this one, let's just have a look, works really pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to go with the same effect on here. Might have to trim my cardstock down a little bit to go through my mini machine. Oh, I'm really excited for all of the inspiration that's to come, and I'm really excited for the classes. So I do hope that you can join me for the classes and come along. You will get, as part of your class, you will get a colouring guide, you will get a full product list, and just step-by-step instructions as well. So I think it's going to be well worth it. And then we'll go through it together as part of the live. You'll be able to craft along with me. We'll do it in stages, and we'll just have a fun, crafty afternoon. It's going to be awesome. So let's just snip that down, and it's hopefully going to be the first of many, because I do love doing them. Right, so let's have a vote. So Stacey Allen says, what embossing powder is that? Looks so fine. I think I need a new one, but much finer ones. I never get a clear image when embossing. So it's a really good point, Stacey. If you are embossing text rather than an image, for example, and a really fine powder is very, very important to get a good clear text. The one that I'm using is by Sweet Dixie, in the glacier white, and it's ultra fine. So that's what you're looking for, is ultra fine. Bring it a little bit closer, see if you can see that. We did stock these. We're currently out of stock. So when I'm next putting an order in for a number of different items, I'll have a look out for some more of that and try and get that back in, because it is my favourite embossing powder for text. I use different embossing powders for other things. I love my Wow embossing powders, for example, but for stamping my images and heat embossing my my sentiments, this is my go-to. So a really good question, Stacey. Thank you. So let's have a little quick vote here. I've got blue, white on blue, or we've got the white on pink. So I think the pink now gets lost. However, let's try this on for size. What if we were to give it a wee border, like we've done the sentiment at the top? I think that works, isn't it? So, Card Days Night says she'd recommend the Wow Embossing Superfine Bright White Powder. It's always been a go-to. Very good. I do think that, yeah, you're absolutely right. I've never had their Superfine Bright White Powder, so I've not tried that. But Wow are a great source of embossing powders for sure. So excuse me, I am going to pop this onto a blue background, because I think that's going to help it pop a wee bit more. And I've not used my layering dies because there will be more of a gap than I want. I only want a very small border on this, so I'm just lining that up against the straightest edge, and then I'm going to trim this down with my Tim Holtz guillotine. So let's see if we can line this up. It's a tiny little piece, so I'm right in the corner here, so you'll probably not be able to see what I'm doing, but I'll show you the result once I'm done. And I don't know if you can see right in the corner here, I'm lining up the edge of the pink with the little plastic bar that is on here. That should give me a nice border. Might still be a little bit too big actually. Can you see that it's given me this border here, but it is bigger than the one that I have created. So I'm going to have to nudge it along a little bit more. So again, I'm going to use that I guess this clear bar here as my straight line. So that's my guide to getting this in a straight line, and I'm adding a lot of pressure here with my fingers so that it doesn't move, and then just tapping that down gently so it doesn't move too much, and then we're going to get a nice crisp cut and a nice little border around the outside. So throwing things around, so now we can start putting this together. So I'm going to add this along the bottom first of all with some tape. I'm going to add my hay at the other end, at the top, and then I know what space I've got in the middle for my sentiment, for my phone. Oh, if I could speak, it would be great, wouldn't it? Okay. So we'll put it on the right way around. That would help. And then I'm just going to pop that bottom there. And then for my hay, use some of this as well. But honestly, sometimes I do surprise myself, and I know Jess was, asking me what's the hardest thing about the lives, and the technical bits definitely are hard bits. But sometimes coming up with a new idea off the off the cuff can be very tough, and sometimes I don't quite know how it's going to end up when I start, so sometimes I do surprise myself at the end when it actually turns out all right, and I'm like, oh, that was quite a good idea, that because this isn't actually what I originally intended to do. So, but I'm very pleased with it. I hope you guys like it as well, because like I say, it's probably not my usual style, is it, because there's no critters on here, but that is no bad thing. So now we need some foam on the back here, because we've got all of these wonderful die sets and stamp sets and things, we need to be using them. So they don't have to be used all at once, if you know what I mean. So pop that there. And then this one. So the other thing to just point out about our foam tape, so this is our extra wide tape, and this is the thinner kind of shaker tape style, but they are the same depth. So if you mix them together, you won't get things at different heights. They will be at the same height, which again was really important for me to get, because I use different sizes and widths of tape for different things, but my depth I want to always be the same, so I can mix them all together. So my little phone is going to go there, and then the little receiver fits perfectly, look, just there. So these two inner bits I don't need any foam tape on because they're going to be resting on this, but I need foam along the rest of it. So I'm going to use the thinner shaker tape across the back here because that's where I need the dimension. So we'll just pop that along the back of there. Pink feels more balanced. Yes, pink with blue backing, says Alice. Oh, thank you for confirming for me. And that's just going to pop on the back. Oh, just line that up. Pop that on there. Oh, so cute. So now we've just got our little bit of cord here, which is going to hang a little bit off the side, but I don't really mind that. And I think to fit this on, I'm going to use, what have I done? Oh yeah, I've got a little bit of a glue runner here. So I'm going to just take this little scrap of card and I'm just add glue runner on that bit and then glue runner on the end of that bit. And take that off there. And then we can poke one bit behind, go under there. You may have to trim it down a little bit. Just trim that end off. There we go. Trim that little end off there, and then that one will just curl kind of cutely under there. Oh, that's really cute. In fact, I'm going to just trim that one down a little bit more so that just tucks a bit neater under there. There we go. And then that's just going to curl on the edge there, which looks really, really cute. Stacey says, wow, they're big rolls. Think they might have to be on my first order with you. Oh, bless you. They are awesome. They do take a bit more to package them, but they're well worth it because they last forever. Stacey says, I love to wing it with making cards. I just get a few different things and just see what I think would be nice together. Never had a dog's dinner yet. I think that's what I think autocorrect changed it to a god's dinner. I've never had a god's dinner either. Oh, I've had plenty of dog's dinners though. Oh, some of them turn out terrible, but you know, you live and learn, don't you? You have to go, you know, sometimes it's a bit like boyfriends. You have to kiss a few frogs, don't you, sometimes, and you have to make a few bad cards sometimes for it all to turn out. So this is looking really, really cute. I absolutely love this. But I am going to add some little finishing touches to it because I think a little bit of white jelly roll pen on here is going to just make some of these areas just stand out a little bit more. So just a little bit of highlight to the ends there, and then to the little tab on there. And then I'm also going to do on here as well. So again, I'm not really know where I'm putting it. I'm just putting it anywhere that I think a little highlight would look cute. Like that. And I probably should have started at this end. Being right-handed would have made sense to start this end rather than this end, so that I'm not putting my hand through it, but we've made it work, and I think that just looks really cute. I think it looks adorable. I'm just going to add a bit more into here. What do we think? What do we think? I'm adding a little bit there. I absolutely love adding highlights to everything. Have you noticed? You have to make a few bad cards. You do. I think it's all part of the process. We've all done it. So there she is. Hey, I'm only a phone call away. I'm only a cute card away. So that is, I've really enjoyed making that, and I haven't used this die set for ages. What I think I will do at some point, probably not today, as we've been on for a little while now, but I think I will make a card to go along with it, a matching card to go along with it, with the stamp set that goes with this, the Let's Chat stamp set. That's what I took the sentiment from. So I think I will, I'll do another little card to go with it, because I think that would be really cute. So I'm going to have a little think about how I'm going to do that, what I might put together, and I'll try and video myself doing it as well, so that and I'll add that to the channel so that you can watch that at a later date. But I really hope that you've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed making it, so, and I'm really grateful to everybody who has been able to tune in and watch today. I hope it's inspired you to make a cute little card like this as well to send to a friend. And yeah, I really hope that you can join me next week. We've got lots of great stuff coming up for Valentine's. We've got our live next Friday will also be Valentine's themed, and then the class itself will be on Saturday the 28th. So pop that in your diary, Saturday the 28th. I think it's going to be around 2:30, 3 p.m. time. I've not fully confirmed the time of it yet, but it will be Saturday afternoon, and that's UK time. If that time's a little bit early, what I need to just check is, do we need to make it a little bit later for our US friends? But I will confirm that over the weekend. So please do sign up to our newsletter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the Facebook page. That's Time for Tea Designs as well, if you've not already seen that. And yeah, I'll see you next week for a busy old week. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye. Bye.